Good morning. Welcome back. We are listening to Soul Talk. We had Kerri Kannan on the line and Landon Morgan this morning.
With Stephen Garrett.
With Stephen Garrett. In case you guys didn't know, Stephen is
our star guest.
Our celebrity guest. We actually went to Chipotle and he had fans out talking to him last night.
The employees were like, "Oh my gosh,
yeah. Stephen Garrett." People ask for his autograph in the mall. I mean, it's crazy. Kerri, people are texting me and asking for your website or contact information on how to get a hold of you. Can you give that really quick? Or?
Yep. The easiest way, so you don't have to remember how to spell my name, is divinewithin.com. Or you can go to my tapping website, which is livefreellc.com.
Oh, I didn't know you had a tapping website. So
yeah.
Sorry about that.
That's clear.
That's another place you can learn about EFT.
I will be checking that out.
Okay.
So, very awesome. So, what is your I know you're working on that on the manifesting workshop, but what other projects are upcoming?
I actually I just did a survey, sending out a survey asking people to respond to a couple questions, and I found that first of all, most of my clientele is women, and I found that a lot of women have the same issues going on. So I'm actually in the process of developing an ongoing program to help women in particular, but I'll probably do two, one that's open to both and one that's just open to women, to help people sort of just navigate the pitfalls of life and sort of have an ongoing weekly thing go on there. And I have the shatter the beliefs that limit financial flow thing going on. And if people are interested, they could check out my website. I also do private coaching and so forth. So.
Very cool.
I'm happy that you're still going to be doing the two different groups. I'm not certain, but there might be a chance that some women may be more comfortable around only women.
Yeah.
And I'm certain that there's also a few men out there who could use, a good ear for someone who is there to help them and hear experiences, and someone who can reassure them that there's no problem with needing someone and wanting someone to listen.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy that you're there for them.
I want to be able to cater to the women because exactly what you said. A lot of women, they don't mind having a man coach them or something like that, but when you're being vulnerable, a lot of women are really not comfortable with that. So,
especially when some of the problems may have involved just getting out of the marriage. For example, like that.
Yeah.
I find that being a gay man, it's very easy for women to open up to me. I don't know why, but because
it just happens.
So,
because you don't want anything from them.
Yeah, and they just very open up and they talk about it because we've had similar experiences. But
and then they try to question your sexuality. Are you really gay?
They're hoping.
Right. One other question I had is that I was just going to suggest, have you tried to get on the Empowered Women's Tour? No,
it hasn't come to my attention yet. So I guess now it has. So.
I'll find the fan page and I'll send it to you. So,
okay.
So what are some things you could tell our audience, especially women or anybody that is going through some hard times? What should they be looking for in themselves, and how
Well, what I noticed from my experience and from the experience of my clients is, first of all, when you're going through a hard time, it doesn't mean that you've done anything wrong. It means that it's really an opportunity for you to see where you have not fully embraced yourself before. So the challenge, and we all experience this in life, you'll go through the most devastating challenge, and then you'll come out on the other side and be, oh, thank God, thank you. I never would have imagined that I could have grown so much by going through that. And really believe in yourself. Just, accept yourself. Even when you're in the pits of despair, accept yourself as it's going on. Accept yourself in every single aspect and be gentle. Because, like going sort of back to the Jesus thing, Jesus always said, I am the Son of Man. Never said I'm the Son of God. And you are too. It's just, you're human. So, allow yourself to just be easy on yourself. And the more easy you can be on yourself, the easier you'll find that you can get through things. It's when we sort of become rigid in our ideas of what should happen and who we should be that suffering starts to take place. So just be gentle.
Wait, that's interesting you should say that, because people beat themselves up more than they do anything. I think they're more.
That's true. It is true.
It's absolutely crazy. When I do the same thing. I'll start to do something and I'll get out of balance and I'll be like, oh man. And then of course that's my opportunity right there to look at it.
They beat themselves up so hard that they eventually end up taking out unintentionally on other people, and then maybe it will become intentional in the future because their emotions are so mixed up.
Yeah, I mean,
I love my show for this fact, Kerri, that people text me questions to ask the guest. So I actually just got one that says, "What can we do when we get into fear at the moment to get out of it quick?"
What I do when I'm in a fear moment is I just tap. And if you're not familiar with EFT, what I'll just do is I'll just tap on my collarbone and breathe, and like feel that emotion. Tap on my collarbone and breathe, and it'll allow it to sort of just dissipate a little bit. And that's what I do. Like if I'm, in what was it, in an interview the other day? I don't know where I was, but I started to. Oh, I was coughing. Yes, I was in an interview and I was coughing, and I tapped on my collarbone. And the coughing went away. But, that's just mild. But that's the easiest way that I find to get through things is just tap on my collarbone, breathe deeply, and be in touch with whatever's going on. And it takes like a minute for it to just start going away.
Can you tell them a little bit about, I know that I just said it was emotional freedom techniques. Can you tell them exactly what it does? I mean, I can tell them, but.
Yeah. Emotional freedom techniques, or EFT, what it is it's sort of a combination of neuro-linguistic programming and acupressure. And what you do is you just tap on different parts of your face and body. And actually, if you were to go to my Live Free LLC website, I have a great little cheat sheet there instead of having to read an entire, PDF. And you acknowledge the thing that's going on. So even though I'm feeling worthless, I deeply and completely accept myself. And that releases the charge. As you tap through, it releases the charge, because we think I shouldn't feel this way. And it allows you to hold both that and self-acceptance in the same space. And when you can be self-accepting, then everything can fall away, and that thought no longer has power over you. So it just allows the energy of that thought to sort of break up and leave your energetic body.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I just wanted to get them to get an explanation of that.
Breathing is my number one way of calming myself in those fear situations. It's helped me out more than anything. It may not be enough sometimes, but for me, it's almost always helped.
I'm just really excited to get research some of this stuff. I'm just so excited to be opened up to some of this stuff that you guys are talking about. I'm just sitting here yeah, it's really great.
Well, Landy, you got a lot of cool stuff to do on the road.
Yeah.
And people who doubt and fear themselves, there are people like Kerri, like Jeremy, and I and everyone else in the studio, and all of our friends who are there to help and listen to people and be there for them.
Real quick, we got about a minute in this segment. I just wanted to add that on there is that, we're talking about fears here. And, Kerri's talking about processes to overcome fears. But honestly, Kerri, I can't remember. I think it's from the Course of Miracles where this comes from, where they talk about fear and false evidence appearing real. Mm-hmm. I don't know where that came from, but I use it all the time. And that God is actually goodness over doubt, or ego is edging God out. Because really they should be coming into balance. But the point is that if fear is false evidence appearing real, you're letting something that's an illusion dominate you, right. A self-created illusion at that. Right. And so, the EFT really just, then the affirmation, even though this is happening, I completely, totally love and accept myself. I think I say it a little bit differently, but the point is that you're saying, I love myself, as opposed to the anguish and restriction you're putting yourself on the inside.
Right.
And that really changes a lot. Because it's either in flow or not in flow. So
that's right.
All right. We're going to come back with another song. We'll be right back in 5 minutes to end our day. Any conclusions and messages? We'll be right back. Welcome back. That was Anna Gavin with Shannon Avenue.
And Kerri, just real quick, can you kind of give some last-minute things, anything you want to talk about in the next minute or so?
Well, actually, what I would suggest for people to do is grab a copy of the Uncovering the Divine Within workbook, which Jeremy had mentioned in the beginning of the show. And you can get that at divinewithin.com or just my name, KerriKannan.com. It goes to the same place. And get one of those because it's really helped thousands of people transform their lives. And that will kind of give you a little step up on figuring out what some of your beliefs might be so that you can let them go.
Very, very cool. And then your websites again, real quick?
Is divinewithin.com, or the tapping one is livefreellc.com.
Thank you, Kerri.
Go to her website and her Facebook to pick up her book.
Check out all of her information.
Local Tampa folk, if you're not doing anything this weekend, we have tropical heat wave in the Ybor area. So definitely feel free to stop out there and catch some of the local sacred talent. I know me and Landon were spawned from there, and they're going to be having some really cool artists out there this weekend too.
So check it out. And then Landon, how do we get to your music?
It's www.manicexpressionmusic.com. And Kerri, I just want to thank you for letting me listen to you guys for a little while. That was really awesome.
It was beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Landon.
And then real quick, Stephen, your Tumblr. And,
also you can get me if you want to check out my music. I just put up my single Last Night at Midnight. Facebook.com/Stephen Garrett Official, STEVENGARRETT.
All right. And thank you for listening to Soul Talk. And Kerri, I'll give you a call in probably a couple days. Thank you.
Thank you.
If you're listening, you know where to find me and Jeremy at B109FM.com. We'll see you next week.